Hello, my name is James Spiro, and this is Tech Tel Aviv 2025. I'm joined now with Dan Cahana, investor at Notable Capital. Dan, hi.
Thank you for having me, James.
Thank you so much for taking the time. I'd like to start, please, by asking a bit about Notable Capital and what you folks do and where you invest and kind of what that looks like.
Sure. Notable is a global VC firm. We've been around for 25 years now, manage about $4.2 billion in capital. We really invest across a few sectors, so primarily focused on software. A lot of where we invest is kind of cloud infrastructure, AI, cybersecurity, and more broadly, sort of application layer software. And then beyond that, invest quite a bit in fintech and in commerce globally.
Okay, thank you. So one of those things that, one of the elements that those sectors encompass is AI, right? It's everywhere. Talk to me a bit about the impact that AI is having on the industry and what you folks are seeing and what it's looking like.
Yeah, I think it's almost become sort of a cliche, but we do see almost every company becoming an AI company. And so whether that's at the infrastructure level, we've been investing quite heavily behind companies that are providing sort of the tools and technologies for software developers, data scientists, cybersecurity folks to build with AI. And then beyond that, I think we see that many companies are able to incorporate AI into both their operations to make themselves more efficient, as well as into their software to make it more usable for their end user.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, Notable Capital took part in Calculist's 2025 VC survey. It's where we ask prominent investors and VC firms some of the things to look out for in the year ahead. Now, you folks highlighted two companies to look out for, Monte Carlo and Talk. So I'd like to give you an opportunity to talk us through some of those elements that made them so notable.
Sure.
If you pardon the pun.
Yeah, no problem. Maybe starting with Monte Carlo. This is a company that we invested in a few years ago. It's a fantastic pair of Israeli entrepreneurs who really started the company focused on data quality. And so what they saw is that in the software development world, there's a lot of tools like Datadog and AppDynamics and Dynatrace that ensure that you're observing your sort of software development lifecycle and ensuring that there's kind of quality throughout. But many of those tools didn't exist in the data ecosystem. So despite the rise of Databricks and Snowflake and Fivetran and dbt and all these other companies, there wasn't sort of an observability layer on top of that. And that's ultimately what they built, and ensuring that as you're using more and more data in your company, that data is super high quality. And what we've seen is that with the rise of generative AI and with more companies using generative AI, really your AI is only as good as your data. And so being able to monitor that data, being able to ensure quality has become really critical for many of their sort of Fortune 500 customers as they're leaning into AI more and more. I think on the flip side with Torque, this again is a fantastic group of second-time Israeli entrepreneurs. And what they're doing is really applying AI to the SOC world. And so what you see is that within security operations, there are many, many manual tasks that you need to take once you get an alert or as you're sort of going through your day-to-day. And what they can do is leverage the latest LLMs, leverage the latest AI technology, and help you actually build workflows to automate many of those workflows.
Great. So you guys called 2025 the year of recalibration. Can you talk to me through a bit about more what you meant by that, please?
Sure. I think over the last couple years, we've seen sort of a crazy rise and then a crazy sort of reset in the market. And what we see now is that companies are much more well set up to both grow quickly but do so efficiently. And so we see 2025 as a year where the best companies in Israel and globally will be able to achieve that.
All right, Dan, thank you very much for your time today here at Tech Tel Aviv. I wish you guys the best. Can't wait to see what happens. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, James.
Thanks.